Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now a story about one of America's most prestigious universities, a well-known family, and a legendary American Indian leader. It's a story about secrets and bones and maybe about grave robbery. It's an 85-year-old riddle, and the solution may be hidden in the windowless headquarters of a mysterious society. The secretive Skull and Bones Society was founded at Yale University in 1832, and its members have included the elite of the elite. President Bush is a third-generation bonesman. He follows his father, former President Bush, and his grandfather, former Senator Prescott Bush. That's where the story really gets interesting. Many years ago, it's said Prescott Bush and other bonesmen dug up the grave of the legendary Apache leader Geronimo in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Historian Mark Wortman is the author of a new book about Yale men who served in the Air Corps during World War I. While he was doing his research, he uncovered a 1918 letter from a bonesman that suggests the Geronimo story is more than just legend.
I found it and said, this is amazing. This is quite stunning to see this. It was laid out so clearly in straightforward language, saying we've got Geronimo's skull, femurs, and horse tack, and we've brought it back to the tomb, as they call it, in New Haven.
Located on the Yale campus, the tomb is the windowless sanctum of Skull and Bones. Although the rituals conducted inside are shrouded in secrecy, it's said that to this very day, new members must kiss a skull during initiation rites. Are they kissing the skull of Geronimo?
Yale University is 300 years old this year, and were you to visit its campus, you would see that it still has exotic clubhouses, which look like tombs where Yale's legendary secret societies meet. The rituals are still a secret. And so when we heard that some enterprising characters had managed to spy on the famous Skull and Bones Society, well, we couldn't resist. Here's ABC's Dan Harris.
The videotape provides a grainy glimpse into what appear to be the initiation rituals of a secret society that's been around since 1832, whose members have gone on to be leaders of Wall Street and the White House, the Senate and the Supreme Court.
They're sort of trying to scare the initiates, make them, disorient them, frighten them.
New York Observer investigative reporter Ron Rosenbaum accompanied a team of Yale students who shot these pictures 9 days ago. Rosenbaum's curiosity about Skull and Bones was permanently piqued when, as a classmate of George W. Bush, he lived right next to the tomb, the group's heavily fortified home. From their perch, Rosenbaum and his cohorts taped the tomb's courtyard. What they captured, they say, was initiates, known as neophytes, being forced to kiss a skull, then members performing a mock killing. It may look like your average fraternity nonsense, but Rosenbaum says it's not.
Even though it may seem silly to us, it seems to mean something to them, and you can't argue with the success of Skull and Bones.
True. Famous alums include senators, John Kerry and John Chafee, to name two, cabinet secretaries, such as Averell Harriman, and 3 presidents, William Taft, George Bush, and George W. Bush, who's been reluctant to talk about Skull and Bones.
Does it still exist? The thing is so secret, I'm not even sure it still exists.
In recent years, by many accounts, the on-campus influence and allure of Skull and Bones has waned dramatically, and there is no proof that the rituals recently caught on videotape are the same ones performed by the current president. Still, Rosenbaum says the tape is a valuable artifact, an extremely rare view into the secret society that groomed the American ruling class for generations. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
So the Illuminati has set up multiple enormous monuments. Go to Rockefeller Center.
Rockefeller Plaza.
The house that Rockefeller built.
Yes.
Check out, this is Prometheus here.
Well, he's got the torch in the right hand the same way as the Statue of Liberty.
Mark Dice said this is a representation of Lucifer that we should be looking for in Rockefeller Plaza.
Right. Hey, you guys catching the flags? What's that reminding you of?
Wow, okay, that has...
The UN.
Very UN-like, yes. You know, New World Order, UN flags everywhere, directly in the center. Lucifer.
At the center.
But what's interesting, I think, is that, you know, Rockefeller, the one who allegedly admitted being in a secret society, right, and wanting a new world order, would have a place after him like this, with Prometheus right in the middle of it, the UN sort of flags around. I mean, it's sort of, in a sense, I think, going along with what Mark Dice was saying. Can you tell us a little more about the symbolism in the Statue of Liberty?
Absolutely. If you look at the radiant crown, she has these 7 horns sticking out of her head. That's symbolic of the sun, representing enlightenment.
Isn't enlightenment a good thing?
Enlightenment is a good thing to them. It doesn't represent America. It doesn't represent freedom. It represents Lucifer, Satan. If you want to learn about political power, you must look at the Illuminati. If you're looking into the Illuminati, the Statue of Liberty is just a footnote. The Illuminati identify with Lucifer, and that is their huge idol dedicating this country to him and showing that they rule here.
And this is hidden in the Statue of Liberty.
Lucifer literally means the light bearer, okay? So for the Statue of Liberty, you have the torch representing light and enlightenment.
All of us are looking at it, and it's a symbol of peace and freedom and liberty.
Well, I know that this is a little hard to swallow, especially if you're new to this.
To say the least.
The Illuminati is not only a religious secret society, it's a very powerful men are members of this organization, and they pull the strings from behind the scenes. We should go find a place to sit down.
Okay.
Let's just see what some other people have to think, some other prominent historical figures. I'll go to the Library of Congress, and I'll show you George Washington's handwritten letter.
George Washington.
This was a letter written in 1798. It was not my intention to doubt the doctrines of the Illuminati, and the principles of Jacobinism had not spread to the United States. On the contrary, no one is more satisfied of that fact than I am. Central Park has a giant obelisk, a symbol of the Illuminati, another Luciferian symbol, paid for by the second richest man in the world, William Vanderbilt.
William Vanderbilt put this up.
He paid for it.
And he's an Illuminati.
Yes.
My pleasure completely.
Thanks for meeting us here. We really appreciate you coming out. We're trying to figure out whether the Statue of Liberty has some sort of hidden meaning, maybe something sinister or nefarious. One of the most incredible things that we've heard so far is that the Statue of Liberty is actually Satan or the devil or Lucifer.
The Statue of Liberty actually is a symbol of Lucifer.
Oh.